Pistola. Party Astronauts going to be starting on that T side. And they're going to be kicking things off at B. Real quick smart, all the way up short. Big split in. Cxzi going to be able to find one for the trades. Rush goes down. Norway looking to play from pit here. But can he find more? Ben Lee gets it done eventually in a 3v1 for Deco to try to clutch.
Yeah, single point of HP for Ben Lee, but now it's all on Deco to see whether or not he can find 3, potentially 1v1 duels and round this out. But you have to say Party Astronauts have done the bulk of the lifting already. They just need to find this frag, close this out. A lot of angles to try and dissect here for Deco.
And that time is quickly ticking down. Looks like he might just be giving up here, keeping the armor for the next, unless he's just going for the different approach. 10 seconds needed for the defuse, and he's running out of that real damn fast. Benley needs to create some space from that bomb as well, because he's only got 1 HP, and he's gone. Put to the grave. But Party Astronauts coming out with a statement and a T-sided pistol. Goes a long way on a map like Overpass.
It certainly does. It's off to a good start for them, but they need to be careful. As, well, Aurora certainly, I don't know, give any Eastern European a deagle, and it could be a recipe for disaster. But just so confident, this layering of utility, the way that they then hit this site, it was with a lot of conviction for Party Astronauts, and in the end, a really well-coordinated site hit.
This is an interesting one too, going to Overpass. Party Astronauts haven't lost it in the last 3 months, whereas Aurora have played it 22 times. So
it's a lot of reps.
It's been a mainstay map, and taking some big names, big scalps on this map in particular, means we are in for a scorcher, and so is Connector here. Benley looking to just deal with those HEs to the face. And Con's a scary place to be when you're up against an eco.
Yeah, you can be overwhelmed quite quickly with utility, just as we saw for Ben Lee. Norway does manage to take him down with him. But Party Astronauts very deeply set at the moment, awaiting out aggression back towards T-spawn. There's going to be that monster refresh on that smoke. And it's just going to allow them a little bit more time as Party Astronauts. They will regroup. Dead silent.
Resmoke on Monster. Party Astronauts will have 25 seconds left to execute on B if they commit here. And you look and they've got plenty of flashes, 2 nades, only 1 smoke to play with and getting in. So we'll see if Aurora can play anti well enough.
Everybody's here. All the party invites have been sent.
Comes that util, Lackey going to be able to find one. Cxzi hitting the ground running, and the 5-7's just tearing through him. UMP gets the job done, and that'll be that. Party Astronauts can't capitalize on the second. The 4x4 Aurora getting them in the game early.
Yeah, that was a hiccup, I would say, definitely for Party Astronauts. Just being so compressed here. Party Astronauts all had to filter into this B bomb site, and they were well set in their way. Easy round for Aurora to be picking up some Galils, and I think we're just fixing up a game crash, actually.
Had an awkward moment, but it looks like they are quickly getting back into the server. Just sort this one out. A rough round for that to happen as well. You could hear the typing in the chat, so I'm not sure if it happened mid-round. I'm not sure if that was the cause of maybe one of those trades coming through. But Party Astronauts not being able to double down means things get real difficult because they are left with nothing without a bomb plant in that round.
Yeah, they've been kind of skinned, haven't they? Certainly a lack of options now heading into this round. But I think for Aurora, a lot of confidence coming out of that. They've been able to pick up some free weapons as well. That really does boost the CT economy heading into the next few rounds. So, I mean, freebies are great. Freebies are fantastic for the CT side. But are they going to be able to make the most of this next round? I mean, this slight reprieve as well. This is where you sort of get a little reset on things. Maybe a false start for Party Astronauts. A little bit disappointed, of course, after losing that last round.
as you would be. But players of this level need to know how to shake that. There's multiple ways you can deal with these technical issues. We've seen both extremes. You've got James, who just takes it in their stride, tries to not let it affect them, stays humble. And then you have Device, who's punched a screen. So we're getting both sides of the story, and it feels like we're getting neither of those right now from Party Astronauts. They're realizing, okay, going into the next round, we need to just drop across what we can, buy as much utility, and it's Tech 9's Mac 10s, and a faster one towards B. Aurora, three defenders here, and a molly in the way might slow it down, or at least sit him out as, oh, Lackey just tears him a new one, and this force buy has got to nothing.
Certainly not lacking in any department there. They were all fish in a barrel, weren't they, the Party Astronauts? They tried to change the pace coming out of the pause, which can be very effective. But how effective was this spray?
Very effective, as we can see. Watch it one more time. He couldn't see, but he knew exactly where the bullets had to go. When you're running through a choke point like Monster, one of the tighter areas of the map, things like that can happen real quick. Now, PA, of course, going to have to cop an eco, try to get the funds bolstered towards round 5 instead. And there's helmets on every single one of these CTs, so it makes it very difficult for Party Astronauts to try and get a kill. They are grouped up, hoping that there is going to be a potential explorative mission going through Connector. And Deco could just be that man, but at this range, M4 still going to reign supreme.
He doesn't want to get overwhelmed and isolated. Kenzie's already taken a bit of damage for his trouble, but they are going to try and keep this relatively clean. Just keeping them at arm's distance. And that's a nice clean round for Aurora. Keeps things going. As we said, those weapons that they picked up have been just bolstering their economy continually. They're still keeping them in play as well, those Galils that we saw from the second round. So the money's just going to keep stacking up for Aurora, which is fantastic early signs for them. Party Astronauts, though, they will get their first shake of the sauce bottle here with full gun round.
Second shake.
Not with guns.
After the pistol, mate. Look, they had the better buy. But look, ifs and buts. Round 5, not a faster approach by any means towards B, but they are going to get this short control. Chop making his way in, still yet to activate. Norway seems to be aware of this position. Little off-angle boost as well. I love this one. This Rush might be walking into some danger. He's heard that jump up too. Very aware of this being a potential problem, but Party Astronauts cannot trade.
No trade opportunities there. Great setup for Aurora to just continue the numbers and set things off. Now, just looking for some space here. Cxzi. Don't get confused if you're from New Zealand. Has found a little bit of space. Smoke is just going to try and grab some attention from Aurora, but they've got a pretty decent setup in mid. They've still got their B anchor players in place. Is that pop flash? That monster pop is coming. That Molotov's starting to whittle away. As Chop's found an entry as well. So Party Astronauts, they're going to slide on into this site. The trades, they're not there. And Aurora, they've fallen one after the other.
Well, Deco, still a winnable round, plenty of time. No kit there, but there's certainly one on the ground with Cxzi gone. It makes things even more difficult. Wolfie, one on the board for himself. Can he double that number? Oh, he certainly can. Striking true on the head of Deco. And we'll see Party Astronauts move on to 2.
Big confidence play too coming out of Wolfie. That one's fantastic. Start to build things. I love the pathing from Chop into this site, just trusting the utility to cover him. He isolates that duel. Party Astronauts are doing a great job on the trades.
I thought that was criminal that Lackey didn't get 2 from that position. He certainly caught him off guard, but guns in hands, Party Astronaut reacts just in the nick of time. Then moving into the 6th, Aurora with plenty of cash in the bank have purchased up again. Deco going for the big green this time. And Aurora hungry for the short control. Results locked onto him straight through the short pipe. And Chop was not allowed to play this round.
Yeah, you've been played out of existence. Nice set play there from Aurora just to blow that smoke. Now they reset Party Astronauts. They're looking for connector control. They're yet to found an opening anywhere else on the map. It's chewing up a lot of time for them, though, to try and clear out all of this space. If Ben can get a pick here, or at least keep some of the rotators in place, they have some options, but time is starting to tick for them.
I thought there might have been a chance there. Timing's crazy. Lackey was just dropping that flash across, but Ben got off the line. Re-smoke on the Monster at the 48-second mark, but Ben's going to be going through. Nice quick flashes and quick trades. Lovely openings. And the B-site defense has been torn to shreds. In the meanwhile, though, Norway going to be able to find himself that short control, and Deco swiftly making his way in from Maze is figuring this one out quick, smart. Shots like that could keep a minute, and Cxzi, 40 HP, 20 seconds. Bomb on the belt is going to be able to make a day.
Yeah, he's hightailing it. He's got to get on in and find that post-plant position as well. So he's got a few decisions to make right now. So this is going to alert Norway now. We'll pick up that kit. If there's any pieces of util on the ground as well, he's going the long route. Will he make this read?
Oh, it's going to be hard. Time ticking. And he's going loud as well. Cxzi going to have almost every single advantage. Holding the line. Bomb going to be over towards the truck position, and he hears that drop off as well. Spots the shadow. Oh, and goes a little bit too aggressive there. Real hungry to win that one and experience the difference, I think. Norway going to be able to pick up a fourth in the 1v1. Was that a 2v4 in the end?
It was certainly impressive. Cool, calm, and collected, though, in that Aurora. You could see, like, their recent run of form has given them a lot of confidence as well. Just the way this was played, like, that's a nutty shot from Deco, under pressure.
Yeah, 2v4. To bring that round back, Party Astronauts going to be kicking themselves, and Aurora, even with the tactical, just to slow things down, moving into the next. Put some salt in the wound, the Party Astronauts as well.
Well, once the wound's been opened, it certainly has been resalted, that's for sure.
The other thing moving into round number 7 is Aurora with only one alive at the end. It's the worst way to win a round. It's going to cost them a lot to reinvest into this one, and Party Astronauts know it, so they will be buying up everything they can. We got 2 Galils, 2 AKs, and a Tech 9 with just enough util to maybe go for an execute.
Yeah.
But what are we going to see from it?
I mean, the real saving grace for Aurora here is the fact that they've been able to pick up some weapons early on. It's kept the money relatively healthy for 3 players, but it's going to be rough for them in the next few rounds.
Aurora have gone for the 4-man stack at B. Full reliance on Cxzi to try and make something happen at A. And this is a dangerous spot. You have to realise that bathrooms is very, very open. No, we're going to try to plug that hole in a moment.
Just going very, very quietly here, Party Astronauts. No sound cues given whatsoever. Aurora don't have any information to work with either. This is going to be a total surprise.
PA have gone the path of least resistance, and how's this timing? Norway strikes first, strikes hard, and won't be able to pick up the third, but gets every bit of info he needs. Bomb spotted, and a slow but sure flank going to come through here. Yeah, unless Rush can deal with it.
And he can deal with the next as well. He's going to be a real problem here. Cxzi's got Rush on his mind.
Ooh, spotted. They're going to try to swing this one together. Rush gets doinked and finishes the job too. And now in the 3v2, Rush, who's quite low, just to wrap around alongside. Smoke going to be going down, and Spam coming through. Deco not going to be able to cover for him. And with that time ticked away a little too far, Deco now has to try to get to long to survive, which he might. Yeah. Rush has to go as well.
Yeah, it's a long run, but bomb radius isn't quite there. It does get him in the end, actually, Rush. So no AWP saved for Aurora. And as you said, that just puts a stop in Aurora's stride economically.
Very loud cheer, getting that AWP on the ground.
Okay, they're going to go for this.
PA going real loud.
Aurora are forcing into it. They want to enter into that game.
Again, going for the 1-4 split. Feeling like PA are not that interested in A. But PA looking more like a default this time, just taking that fountain control. Slow up progressively. And Deco with the scout at this range. Oh, there was a chance. He's looking for more. Going old school. Jump scout angle. Not this round.
Well, now that there's the in-air kill icon.
Is that an update today?
Check HLTV. Party Astronauts just trying to work their way across this map. They've got far more territory than they've had to work with before, but they've run into the scope of Deco once again. And the smoke just halts progression for now. So Aurora, they're going to try and make this force by work.
Oh, this stack of mushrooms is looking damn good, and MP9 at that range is going to tear straight through him, same as a 5-7. And the trade still favouring Aurora at the end. Bomb going to be down on the ground. Deco finishes it off with the secondary, the USP, and Wolfie in a 1v3. Needs to try to retrieve the objective, figure out where these CTs are, and there's 3 alive at the end of that for Aurora. That is criminal. PA gets schooled on.
They've been pulled into the open. How good was the spacing there from Aurora just to try and overwhelm their opposition? And the trades were fantastic. They were peaking in unison. And Party Astronauts just didn't know where to look. Deco, you absolute madman. No surprise to see a tactical timeout coming for Party Astronauts. They need this time to talk things over.
Trying to sort things out before it gets too late in the game. So far, Norway doing a great job on the opening duels, 3-0. And everyone for Aurora really holding it down. But Party Astronauts, that is the second time they have dropped the ball against a lackluster buy from their opponents. So we'll see if they can steady things here. Of course, T side, not the easiest side to play on Overpass, and Wolfie is picking up that pace, getting the first line. Molly going down. Cxzi will get away with his life, but the same cannot be said for Rush, who is burnt to a crisp. And in the meanwhile, Deco going to be able to crack one off onto Cxzi and won't be able to hold it down, but an AK upgrade now, and potentially the A site for Party Astronauts.
Yeah, I mean, they haven't really got too much anywhere else on the map. They're going to put Wolfie on point. No angle for him to isolate just yet, but the chop trade is good.
2v2. Make it a 1v2. Make it an un-v2 as Result just tears right through him. Didn't wait. Didn't have to for Lackey coming up con there. It was all him from the front side, just pushing out, getting the job done.
Yeah, things were looking good early on for Party Astronauts with a lot of those trades coming through nice and early. And AK was their real chance to get into the round, make impact, but unfortunately for Wolfie, there was just a lot of angles to try and cover. He had to try and isolate Optimus. Just picked the wrong angle heading on in. Result as well. Super confident from him. So Party Astronauts now really struggling without these bomb plants to try and put something in the bank. They're strapped, not strapped.
Well, let's see how it goes for him here. Smoke gets blown, but not enough for Lackey to see to the back of Monster there. PA tagged up there eventually. It's an awkward one, but Result finally finished that one off. Dink's going everywhere, but still no finishing for any of the individuals onto Aurora. Result gets the job done in the end. Him and Norway teaming up to pick him off like it's nothing. 7 has now been secured for Aurora.
Yeah, investment coming through now from Party Astronauts, so this is their chance to turn things back around and give themselves a stronger run into the second half. But already they're making a few concessions. They're going to have a relatively good belt of utility. Let's just see whether or not they're going to be able to find the space. They've been trying to work out how aggro Aurora are. It's just chewing up a lot of time. And on rounds like this is where, well, Party Astronauts, they're trying to look for space elsewhere on the map. If they're going aggressive towards Party, they're trying to probe towards B here potentially. Like they're just looking for these openings to see whether or not Aurora make a mistake, give them an opening into the round. I must admit though, Aurora looking really good on some of these set plays.
Looks like Cxzi is thinking about making some noise towards A. Maybe just to draw a rotation up or so. But just really just drawing this clock down. Aurora have been very good at rotating those smokes on Monster. Buying so much time. Push in, it's dry, and it's damn good for Aurora. Getting that pick. And getting a bit of info on where these teams should be. Result, Tez through him and Lackey again. Domination through Monster until Ben Lee tried to find an answer. Unfortunately for him, there was more members swinging from Aurora.
How many were there? There was like 4.
It was
four peeking Monster.
They're so swift. You know, they're just in great positions to help out one another, and after they've already cleared out short, nothing else going on there. All right, we'll help out what's going on here.
I know the word booked has been thrown around quite a bit, but they were absolutely booked on that round. Aurora are just finding these reads. The CT side is looking quite prolific at the moment. Lack, it could be a repeat of last round. He's picked up 3. He will eventually be traded, but from the grave, he finds Ben, and that is going to be things rounded out for Aurora. 9-3, a strong first half from them.
Aurora, I mean, if you've been watching Counter-Strike at all, you know that they're playing good Counter-Strike and they're doing really good, especially in Europe. I mean, there's a good team. Watching them, I know that they're a good team. I know that they can just, I know that they're like favorites probably to win the event, but it's going to be a hard matchup for them, but our map pool is actually like a line, so we'll actually probably be playing maps that we're comfortable against them. So I'm just hoping for a good showing against them because it is our first time too playing CS2 on LAN. So it's going to be different, and it's unfortunate, but it is what it is that we have to play Aurora. I mean, you have to beat everybody if you're going to play at an event. So we knew that going into it, but we're just looking to show our game and play good Counter-Strike.
2,000 miles away from home, a couple dollars in my pocket, never stopped the boy before. I load my bags and hit the road.
Miles past, turning back, found my track, face the fact, she a core one. Never gonna settle for none. Stay up every night till I won. Don't want a slow rise now. I'm confident opulence isn't a long ride out. When I look back now, I'm astounded. A quiet boy from old age, but always felt the world was a stage, yeah. I celebrate one last late night. My old life ain't staying.
I pack my suitcase, headed out the door, I keep my shoes laced. 2,000 miles away from home, a couple dollars in my pocket, never stopped the boy before. I load my bags and hit the road.
I'm headed to LA. I'm headed on my way. I'm headed on my way to LA. Headed on my way to dash. Shit, the 10,000 hours, can't let them pass. Yeah, well, I was putting time in, you was pulled up wildin'. You always had shit to say, now when I see you, it's silence. Thought I have a Grammy by 25. Commas after commas next to dollar sign, yeah. Had to remind myself why I'm living this life. Look at all the late nights, it'll all come in due time, yeah. Made for the fight, for the pain and the climb. Tied to the life I chose. Stay through the night, another day, not a dime. Race against time.
Two big dogs in the arena together here. And 9-3 was the scoreline at the half. But Party Astronauts honestly could have had so much more. Aurora really showing what their worth is right now. Managing to scrape 9 on the CT side, many of which were from a man disadvantage. But we're going quick into the second half, and Aurora now on the T side. Let's see what they bring to the table.
Don't think I've ever seen a keyboard on a right angle before, but that's for Deco to discuss. But they started fast, and now it's more so about territory taken without being spotted.
Well, looks like what we're seeing here is a potential peek up short. Norway with the util, smoking a flash for the one-pronged approach. And in the meanwhile, they were showing presence towards Fountain, trying to figure out what Party Astronauts were doing. Well. Safe position from Chop, just going for the jump peak there. And in the meanwhile, aggression found in Con, which could open the flank, could open that short control here for Party Astronauts. Bit of action, Lackey going to be able to find both of them coming out of Con. That's ridiculousness, and it's all down to the sneaky maneuvers coming through from Chop here. He's in behind enemy lines, but he needs to find more than one to make this one work. Smoke, it's cover, it's good, and he's just going to poke his head back the other way. But now it's up to Rush, the major winner in the 1v2, to show what he can do. Both these Aurora members happy to fight together. They know they've got time. Yeah, they're trying to isolate him, double peek him, make it difficult. He's looking to try and take a 1v1. They're not going to give it to him at the moment. Jiggling. Spots the right way swing, but still trying to find that second man. Oh, swing on the contact. T's looking to play this together, swinging, peeking, being a damn nuisance, and it's 10 on the board. Party Astronauts. It looked good until it didn't. Yeah, Chop playing around that smoke too was their real glimmering light, but I think all the attention was taken away from Lackey. This one, round. Yeah. We missed this. Huge shots from Lackey in short. He's been very respectable. 19 and 8 right now on the T side. Deck goes so sharp as well. Everyone on Aurora just doing their damn jobs. Jim, I'm impressed. Yeah, they spoke about firepower on the analyst desk, and it's certainly showing its strength right now for Aurora. You can depend on anybody in these situations. Party Astronauts now got to try and make this Gren stack work. Nade stack at the ready. All going to boil down to timing. Get that man a Strepsil. Still the first day, Jim. Cxzi gets doinked out before the nades find influence, but now they've got the info. They've counted the numbers, but they're happy to fight, happy just to pad those stats and tear through the astronaut suit. That's going to be 11 secured. 2 more, and Aurora have made this a quickie. Certainly looking that way, isn't it? Needs to be said as well, we heard from Bentley going into the break, going into the half, thanks to the interviews. It is their first LAN for CS2. So they're still trying to find their groove, trying to figure out what the difference is here. CS2 on LAN feels like a different game to online. Yeah. A lot of click, not a lot of bang, bang, though. You can say that again. But Cxzi looking to change that here, get very aggro. And looking to dominate some more control. Ben slowly but surely making his way up long. And we could get a bang in just a moment. Cxzi, gets spotted there on the jump peak, back the wrong direction. And him and Bentley going to be able to dominate that, but also get the bomb put down in a very awkward position for Aurora to try and retrieve. Norway, no way. You can't do that. Jumping around with a Mach 10, and he's going to be looking for more as well. The movement speed, the spray, the spam, it's everything that Aurora need, and they get the objective back on their belts.
What do you call that play? Fry an egg on a slippery dip?
generally what I would do in a pub.
Absolutely. Oh.
Ooh, Molly gets that job done. And Rush only finds one. Lucky against Chop.
1v1, full map to play with.
And so much time on the clock. I hope the crowd mic's good right now. Smoke from both sides. Chop no kit. And if there was any kits, they're a long way away from him. So he's got to make a retake happen quickly. And there is a severe difference in the amount of kills both these individuals have.
Yeah, he's only got one smoke to work with. You could say it's not much Chop, but we'll see. Perfect.
Smoking in. And an open plant to Chop. He's off it. He's looking for the pick. And without a stick, there is no shot at the round. That is 12 for Aurora. Lucky. Ooh, gets another on the exit. Chop not allowed to save. And you're looking at the money for Party Astronauts. They're going to have nada to try and survive here on Overpass. We had a 15-round game in the first, and we're about to have a 16-round game unless something miraculous happens.
Yeah, the quota's been reached. See whether or not Party Astronauts have got any party left in them. At the moment, though, certainly not looking that way.
The crowd mic's good. I don't know if that's going through because we can't really hear it.
See, this crowd sorts themselves out.
The sounds of Melbourne. The sounds of Australia.
I thought that's ambient Overpass sound, actually.
I thought we were just outside the kebab shop on the Friday night, but look, either way, get the old HSPs down later. For now, it's pretty much just USPs for Party Astronaut. They've gone for the double FAMAS, the MP9s, and a minimal util, which they will try to rotate to keep Aurora out of B. They are all here ready and waiting, Party Astronauts included. There will be some bloodshed. With that molly going in, let's see how PA react. Flash to clear the monster line, no one's seen. Short control taken from Aurora, and Rush, the man that needs to put the team on his back right now. Might have a timing, but the timing was no good for him, and Result grinds him up. Wolfie too, he's gone. And there's been big damage on two of these members, but a 2v5, after how this game has gone, I am not backing in Party Astronauts this time.
Yeah, they tried to make it work. They tried to make those trades feasible. But unfortunately for Party Astronauts, it was their spacing that actually wasn't too good. 2v5, though, trying to hold this site. It's going to be a little bit desperate. Yet to spot one. Cxzi's in place.
Ooh, finds one. Ain't no way. FAMAS's.
Okay.
MP9s and Bentley against the world right now, but Aurora, can they do it? Can they trade it? They're hesitant to make this one happen. That time is ticking down, but Result gets another, and it's going to be 4 big ones for him. 13-3, PA going to be going to that lower bracket, and Aurora win their first best of one and set themselves up for later today.
Yeah, they're certainly looking like the dominant team that they've been set up to be. And I think it's safe to say that Party Astronaut